Another exclusive live session with the Hype Magazine.
You need to stop what you're doing. Pay attention.
World famous Hype Magazine. Going down right now.
Hey, what's good, everybody? This is Jerry from the Hype Magazine. We're on the line this evening for a very special live session. We got the one, the only Tish Hyman. I got to tell you, this lady is a veritable treasure trove of musical talent. She's penned joints for Alicia Keys, Ty Dolla $ign. You know what I mean? She's been out on tour with the Grammy Award-winning DJ, the Chicago Kid. She's also got barz, Secret Be Told. And right now, we're here to talk to her about this new video that she just dropped, For All That I Can Do. It's a very poignant piece of work. Thank you so much for being with us today, Tish.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad to be here with you.
All right, new music video, All That I Could Do. It's the third joint off of your current full-length project, Dedicated To. Talk to me about this biographical joint. I mean, this is powerful.
Oh, man, I appreciate that. You know, All That I Can Do is pretty much an autobiography of what I feel like right now when I'm in the studio and I get calls and words from back home. And usually it's not the best things to hear. And I wanted to write a song that reflected that and how I feel when that happens. And just really my overall reaction to it, which is to keep hustling, keep going. So I wanted to talk about that.
Okay. Well, question though, hailing from the BX with such a great music tradition, you shot the video in New Orleans. Was there a particular decision? Was it seasonal, or why did you shoot it in New Orleans instead of at home?
We wanted the video to be the best quality and have the best location for it. And the director who directed it lives in New Orleans. So the main reason we shot it there was because he was comfortable there and wanted to shoot there and had a lot more resources there to pull it off the way we wanted to. So ultimately that winded up being where we went for it, and I'm glad we did.
You had a great time?
Yes, it was very lovely.
You feel the beignet stand. Beignets and hot chocolate.
I had a lot of beignets. I had hot chocolate. I had a lot of gumbo. Gumbo was like my anthem there. I ate so much gumbo.
Congratulations on, all of your current success. I mean, you have a short run in the public eye. However, you got a pretty deep history within music itself. What brought you to the entertainment industry and music specifically?
Well, growing up in the Bronx, we always my mom was very into music and she always sang. So she started me out singing when I was a very young girl. And I just kind of kept singing. And but my sister had a better vocal at the time. She could sing Whitney Houston's "That's What Friends Are For." I mean, Whitney Houston's, "The Greatest Love of All." And I could only sing "That's What Friends Are For." And I was kind of pissed about that. I felt like she always showed me up. So I just kind of gravitated to rap as I saw my brother. He was rapping on the streets and he was killing niggas. And I was like, I want to do that. And I just started rapping. And that was why I started rapping, because I didn't want to be competing with my sister.
And now it's too late, because you have sung your way into the hearts of a lot of people. Whether I don't know if you know your impact yet, but just amazing. I mean, from the greatest comparisons to, you as Lauryn Hill, actually, when you started, in the opening riff of All That I Can Do, I was like, oh, wow, Peter Tosh just haunted her voice, had that island kind of flavor to it a little bit, that timbre that he used to use with that gravelly thing. I mean, how did you develop the Tish Hyman sound and just break people down like double barrel shotgun with your voice? how did that just finally spill out of you, and you knew this was yours?
I guess when it came to this album particularly, I wanted a certain feel, and I had envisioned what I wanted to do. So I just pretty much did that. I'm very influenced by many different cultures of music. Growing up in the Bronx, there was a lot of Jamaicans around me, a lot of, just West Indians, period, but mostly a lot of Jamaicans, and a lot of Puerto Ricans and Dominicans. So I listened to a lot of different musics, from salsa to reggae to merengue to bachata and lots of different genres of music. So I feel like my sound is influenced by that. So that's where you might hear this thing that might make you feel like I might be from the islands. Most people ask me that, and I have to tell them, like, nope, just regular black, but I think that's what influences.
So you also appeared in Chirac. Like, how did you get involved with that? And as obviously an aware person, how did you feel about the message in that movie? And we're going to get to your mixtape, the next project.
Okay, so with Chirac, I knew very, very little about the film going into it. I just knew, one of my friends, my good friend, he was helping with the casting of the girls for the movie. And Spike Lee wanted to meet with him, and he was going to be at my album listening, so he thought it'd be a good idea to have Spike lay eyes on me and get him down to my album listening. He got Spike down. Spike saw me, and he just was like, all right, I want you to be in my movie. And he casted me for the role of Big Selma, which was an amazing experience because Spike Lee, I've been watching his films since I was a little girl, and to be in a Spike Lee joint was everything to me. Honestly, on set, I had no idea what the movie was about until after I filmed my scene. My scene was short, so I didn't take a lot of time on set. But I honestly thought it was very eye-catching, and I liked a lot of the shots. And I just am a big film geek, so I was feeling it, and I was just glad to be a part of it. And politically, what it stood for, it represents kind of a reinvention of the Trojan War. It was very interesting, and I think that it was an interesting concept, especially with what's going on today in Chicago. And I don't even think it's gotten better since the movie. I think it's stayed the same or gotten worse. So,
yeah, I don't think there's been any positive movement either in the statistics and the data. But I asked that question because the music that you make, subway art, that I was like, wow, yeah, the people on the subway, they are the art. I mean, you see people riding the train back and forth because they have nowhere to go, and they just ride to stay warm or, to get to somewhere to eat. And, some of the other lyrics, about being locked away forever and a day, some madness. So, that's why I asked about the movie, because you're not just making music just to entertain people. You always seem to have something to say in each and every song. So, I salute that. New mixtape coming up.
Thank you. Yes, Street Money Mixtape Volume 1. Working on it now. I literally just thought of this the other day. So it's pretty fresh. But I got a bunch of new songs that I've been working on and shooting a few videos to release top of the year. Just hit them hard with a bunch of new content. Still in my formula of having a message behind the music, but definitely having a lot more fun. Now that I got the story out of the way of how I came to be Tish Hyman in L.A., I can now talk about other things like, motherfuckers that was hating when I first got out here, people who fronted, love. We're going to talk about sex. We're going to talk about partying and, everything that actually I'm living right now because, based on Dedicated 2, people really know who I am in total, one slice, and there's a lot of elements. I'm excited to share.
Are you quoting Shrek? You like an onion? You got layers? Okay.
I got layers. Layers, and I'm a very funny person. Like, my album was so serious that I think that, some of my other sides of my personality are lost in it. So I'm very excited to show those other sides of my personality. Like, people think I'm so serious. I'm like, bruh, all right? I was just telling y'all niggas what the fuck was cracking. I'm very, very fun, and I'm very happy. So
I love it.
To turn up. I'm excited to turn up on this album.
Well, speaking of fun, what is the most fun being Tish Hyman right now?
I get to pretty much do what I want, and that's really fun for me. Like, I wake up every day. I go to the gym. That's, like, my first thing. But then after that, I pretty much can do whatever I want. So my day will consist of, like, waking up, going to the gym, coming home, and then maybe going to the studio, which I find to be so fun. I don't have to work a job or have anyone tell me what to do, and I can do whatever I want. I love that. And I'm going to Dubai, and I'm super excited, and I can take vacation. It's just fun to be me right now because I'm finally getting to kind of, like, enjoy myself in a way where it's no pressure at all. Like, I'm having no pressure from anywhere.
That's dope. So is Dubai a performance, or are you just going to go chill?
I'm going to literally just vacation. I'm going to be there for about 10 days. What? But what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to shoot a music video while I'm in Dubai, so that'll be fun. I'm going to
that'll be great.
Relax, get massages.
Hey, it's time for some unlaxed moment. Okay, I got you. Just some little downtime.
Yeah. You know, I used to be on the block hoping to, like, even go down to get a token to go to Manhattan, you know? So it's nice to say, hey, I'm going to Dubai. And it's like, yeah, I'm going. You know, we're going to have a nice time.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. You came to the attention of Jill Scott and Sean G from Maverick, and they pulled you under the Blues Babe imprint, which is still an independent imprint, right? So you have all of the freedom of an indie, or is it more constrictive?
No, I do what I want. I don't have no boss. I like it that way. Jill has just been like a big sister. You know, she pulled me on a few of her tours, and, you know, she's given me some insight to the game and how to navigate along with Sean G, just a lot of advice. And they just really, they're pretty much just like family members that kind of just make sure I'm cool and give me advice. But I do everything I want to do, and all of my albums and all of the things that I do creatively is me. I don't really have, I'm still looking to build a team around that creative place, though, for sure. But for right now, it's just me thinking about what I want to do next and doing it.
But you have, I'm sure that you have so much stored up inside of you that, you know, it's going to be a serious problem in the industry when you're able to unleash. Like you said, the mixtape, this is the one where you get to just let folks have it. You get to pull whole cards and all that good stuff. But then you also have a follow-up album next year. So I'm assuming that will be more industry guided. I won't say industry.
Oh, yeah. The album is going to be like, you know, me thinking as a writer, as an artist, as a producer, as an industry person. And the mixtape is going to be me thinking about all these things, but I'm going to just have fun. I'm going to get beats. I'm going to actually use producers who are not on beats and, like, just kind of vibe with how they're feeling on a track, because that's the main reason I don't take beats, is because I kind of like to make my own vibe. But I'm going to go with some vibes and check some stuff out. I'm going to tap into the trap area, see how I like fucking around in that area. You know, I'm going to have some fun.
I think you can handle it. Come on. Stealing all these bitches' hearts was like, you can do the trap with not an issue. All you need to do is just rough it up a little bit more. For real. I was like, I don't think there's anything musically you can't do. We're not even going to get into the cookie cutter conversation. So
it's just, you know what I've realized about that whole thing? Like, I've been fighting it for a while. I tried to ignore the music. I've tried to ignore the trend. But the truth of the matter is there's something to be said about people picking what they want to hear and what is going to speak to them. And nowadays, 12-year-olds, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, they have no fucking idea who the is. They don't care. So for them, when they're hearing these new kids that are coming up with these horrific raps, to them, this is good. They don't know what good rap is. So I'm trying to pay attention to this shit and address it with good actual raps. So I'm going to try to come into trap and do some stuff. We'll see what happens. You know, I'm always having fun with it. And like I said, the key is really just being happy and stable. So because I'm happy and stable, I'm going to fuck with some shit. I'm going to see what's up. Whatever.
You know, I'm happy we get to be on this journey with you, though. You know, like you said, you're breaking out and you're finally having the opportunity to just enjoy yourself. You know, let the Tish come out and man, it's exciting, and keep us updated for sure. Talk to me about the upcoming album, 2017, man. I know we already just breezed over the fact that it's going to be, you know, more industry directed, but when you look at the business, what was the most surprising portion of the business part of the entertainment business for you?
The most surprising portion of the entertainment business for me was that you don't get instantly rich. I was surprised by that. You know, before I got inside, I thought motherfuckers was signing deals, getting chains or some shit. And that's not how it works. You have to actually continue. It's like a job. It's like getting signed is like entry level. You get signed and you're hype. That's good for you, but there's motherfuckers who's been in it forever looking at you like, you know. And then you got to, like, work hard and prove yourself. Then you got to save. You got to diversify and invest. It's a very interesting business. I thought it was more fun than it is, but it's pretty fun. But for some reason, I just thought it was like you get signed and you on. I got published. That was like a great check, but, you know, still got a lot of work to do. So that was surprising. That as long as I was outside and I got inside, I still have to do just as much work once I get inside to get up to the top. It's interesting. It's great.
And thank you for that pearl, though. You know, as people who look up to you and the young ladies and people who might want to follow your career path and feel they have what it takes, understand that you get signed, you're going to get that check eventually, but you need to save because until they recruit everything that they put into you, you don't get paid. So it could be a year, it could be 2 years that you're signed and, you know, you've blown your money so you can't even get around. You know, your studio budget went into a Bugatti, you know, instead of going into the bank or the money market, diversifying. You know, that was a business mind, and so I just wanted to make sure we reiterated that. You have fun, but you're quite aware. You are not asleep at all.
Well, it took time. I had to wake the fuck up. I was asleep at one point, trust me. I think that, it's a lot of young people always, or just people outside of the industry always hitting me, asking me about getting in. And I'm like, it's cool if you really love it, but be prepared to be broke for a long time, for people to call you fucking crazy, to push past all of this. And then be prepared to get in the industry and be industry broke and push past that. Because, you know, a lot of people, like when I first got in, I got a check and I spent that shit. And I was industry broke when I got the check, but then I was nigga industry broke for a minute. And I had to figure it out, you know. Now you can't, like you said, you can't get to the studios. You can't do this. So you guys got to understand that it's definitely a business. It's a business for people who are going to be smart because it's not going to last long. Whatever fame you get, whatever opportunities you get, you have to save because a lot of people, like, a lot of these rappers is front anyway. Like, a lot of them is front anyway. Like, not all of them because obviously you can tell who's really getting money. But there's rappers out there, you know, they're getting their little $15,000, $20,000 per show. But that's what they're getting per show. They got 4 shows that week. They feel like they're rich because they made $100,000 that week. But then they spent $50,000 that week on chains and dumbass clothes and lean. That's very expensive, a bottle. Next thing you know, you got to make that money again. You just hustling to spend. You got to save that shit, you know, so that you can really progress as a person. And being strung out on drugs ain't really going to help nobody really be the best person they can be. Because if your mind is that foggy, you can't make it. And that's something else that I've tried to put out there as much as I can without being ostracized from hip-hop, since it seems like there's some sort of lean agenda to keep people doing it. I try to speak about it as much as I can, but for some reason, when I talk about lean, it just seems like nobody really appreciates that. But the truth is that shit is fucking up our kids. Well, the interesting thing about it is it's only been promoted to us. We're the only motherfuckers who drink sodas. And I don't mean black people, I mean urban people. Because you could be black. You don't got to be black to live black.
Right.
Now you can live black at any race, you know. There's Spanish people who are dark as me, you know. It's you live in black, or you live in urban. And they selling it for niggas because most white people ain't living urban. 50% of them at least is good. They don't drink fucking soda, Fago and shit.
Hey.
These niggas is promoting that shit to us, so that's something that I'm trying to raise awareness about. That shit is fucked up.
I'm just on your side with that so deeply.
Yeah, that shit happened to me recently too. I was in the studio, it's like, yo, you sip? I'm like, huh? It's like, do you sip? I'm like, hell no, actually I hate that. And I don't know why you even doing that. Now, wonder you look all crusty. I knew something was different about you. You're doing lean. This is terrible. What's wrong with you? And then I had a whole conversation with him about it. I was like, are you kidding me? Of course it made him feel bad, but I mean, it's like somebody coming in the studio and like shooting up a heroin real quick. It's like, no.
Yeah, that's tough love. You're supposed to let them have it. You're supposed to let them have it.
Are you kidding me?
And just shouting out because black women have been the backbone of our communities for 400 or 500 years. And if it wasn't for that education and Nana beating you upside the head with the broom and saying, "Hey, fool, don't do that," other cats feel like they're too hard for themselves to say, "No, I don't want to be affected by that, and I don't want you to be affected by that." They're gonna stay out.
They wonder why black women is dating white guys now. Because all the fucking black guys are fucking junkies. Like, get the hell out of here. You guys are skinny looking like crackheads. Black women are the most educated women right now. Right now, they're the holding the highest prestigious degrees and have a career. And all the men are fucking crackheads. I'm like, come on, guys. But, but that's why I'm trying to figure out a way, like I said, I'm going to fuck with the kids today. I'm going to start listening to their music and start trying to implement these messages in the way they can digest it. Because it's obviously a divide between actual intelligent and stupid as fuck. So I got to figure out a way.
I love this person.
If I don't, I'm not going to be able to reach the masses, so I got to figure it out. I was in the studio with Ty Dolla. I got so inspired. He was making hit after hit after hit to these beats. He's going crazy, just making hits. And I'm like, God damn it. And it's the simplest things. And I'm like, you know what? I got to figure this out because kids ain't going to listen to me if I come too much with too much knowledge in a certain way. We'll figure it out, though. I ain't scared.
Yo, this is a systemic issue in our culture. I'm not going to preach. Anyway.
Nah, it's true. I told niggas, I was like, I might have to slap the shit out of one of these rappers and go viral with that first. Like,
you know what I mean?
What are you doing? Slapping the shit out of Tish Hyman. I don't know what happened. She slapped the shit out of a rapper, and then she proceeded to kick his ass. I could not believe it. Like, yeah, you know why? Cause motherfucker's weak. He's too fucked up on lean. He can't even be a man and whoop my ass like a man's supposed to. Motherfucker. Hell out of here.
Wow. Hey. Oh, I'm so a fan of you right now as a human being. I'm talking about beyond the music. I'm like a fan of just the human being. That was like dope.
Man, I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Nah, I appreciate you, sis. Just wake up the dead. Everybody sleep. They're having dreams. They need to, wake up and
I can make something happen. If I can make one thing happen, I would get rid of all prescription drugs. All of them.
Why? Why all of them?
Because they're legal and they're killing everybody. Like, I would get rid of Oxycontin, I would get rid of Roxycontin, I'd get rid of codeine, I'd get rid of Percocet, I get rid of anything stronger than a really good ibuprofen and make it really hard to get anything stronger than that. But you have to be, like, injured, like your fucking leg is broken or some crazy shit. Like, you could, like, and it has to stop. Like, the way that drugs are being administered in America is fucking crazy. Like, you go to the doctor with a headache and he's trying to give you some sort of Percocet or some shit. This is crazy. And this is what is strategically killing our people all over, not even just black people, urban people, white people. Everybody's fucking hooked on Adderall, and shit is horrible. Shit is fucked up.
Man, it is.
Government's killing us.
Hey, Black Moses has returned. Her name is Tish Hyman. You're the real deal. And musically, you give us full course meals. And, you know, matter of fact, we have to put some leftovers in the refrigerator and pull it back out because it's so much. And I'm excited to see what you come with next.
Just definitely would like to say, you know, I appreciate you interviewing me and your support and love for me and my music and what I'm trying to bring to the table. I would appreciate it if more people listen to the album. Check me out. I'm coming with it. And I'm very happy and excited to be alive and able to do what I love every day. And I wish that for everyone else.
Man, awesome. Hey, you can keep up with her. It's listen to the number 2, Tish, everywhere.
Yes, sir.
Twitter, Instagram,
yes,
Snapchat, listen2tish.com. Let's get deeper into the mind. And I'm making the call, man. We need to support this young lady. She has something to say. She's got some broad shoulders, and she's carrying heavy weight when it comes down to some music and our hip hop culture. You know, definitely going to be a leading voice. I'm owning it right now. You know what I mean? So, Tish Hyman, you know, the album out right now, dedicated to. Look out for the mixtape that's coming up, Street Money mixtape Volume 1. We're waiting on that. I'm waiting on it because she said she's going to rip some asses, and I'm looking forward to it. We need that honesty, that truth, and the clarity that she's bringing. Check out the conversation, man. Rewind it. Hear it again. The sister dropped pearls. She talked about entrepreneurship. She talked about self-esteem. She talked about protecting our future and what we're doing to destroy it. Man, I'm in love with this person right now. Tish Hyman, the Hype Magazine Live Sessions. We appreciate you.
Thank